And just right off the bat, let's just skid right on into the review. Okay, that was bad. Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for another Transformers action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing my first figure from the new Transformers Legacy toy line. And today we're going to be starting off with Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skids. So anyway, let's just get right on into the review by starting with that incredible looking packaging. And oh boy, does this packaging look absolutely amazing. I love how the artwork looks. It's bright, vibrant with the purples and multicolors. It's got the nice artwork of Skids right there. Got a nice image of his face and then him right there. It says Transformers Legacy, Autobot Skids, Hasbro, Transformers Generations, Takara Tommy. Here on the top, Transformers Legacy. Here on the side, you got an image of like the Autobot stuff right there. And authentic Transformers! Here on the back of the box, you got the product shots here of Skids, and you got the weapons and everything, 14 steps. And there is a QR code here for Skids' his stats and everything. And if you scan that QR code, it takes you to a little page thing on Hasbro's website, and it just has like a motion GIF here of Skids, as you can see. And if you scroll down, it says his name is Autobot Skids, and he's a turbo car, and that his function is a theoretician, G1. He's got the Energon axe blades. Skids may be a bit of a daydreamer, but he's fast learner and is quick on his feet. Strength is a 4, intelligence is a 9, speed is a 5, firepower is about a 7. And that is basically it for the packaging. I guess here is the barcode if anyone needs the barcode to help look for the figure. But anyway, that is basically it for the packaging. Very simplistic, but gets the job done very well. Autobot Skids comes with 3 accessories here. He comes with this blue transparent plastic Energon axe. It's made out of a very sturdy clear plastic material. And I did want it. This is basically the new gimmick of the Legacy line, is they have Energon infused type weapons, and this is meant to be an axe that can also be held as a gun. There's the barrel right there. And honestly, this isn't all that great. I mean, the plastic quality is really good. I mean, it doesn't feel brittle in any way, but I just don't see the appeal here. I mean, like, an Energon axe is cool, but since this also can become a gun, it seems weird, and I don't like the combined form with the other weapons, and whatever. I'll show that off in a second, but showing off the other weapons, there's also this big silver gun right here. Love the way how this looks. And then he's got this double-barreled one right here that can be used as an arm cannon, whatever, and these can combine together like this, and that actually forms a pretty cool-looking triple-barreled gun. And then bringing in the Energon axe, you can configure the axe to where it combines on here, forming a bigger gun, but that kind of looks stupid. Or you can have it to where it's just like you can hold it like a regular battle axe, but the handle is off to the side and not in the middle, and so that also looks kind of weird. Or you can also have it to where this piece can connect onto the forearm thing right there. You can have him hold it as a handheld gun separately like that, and that actually isn't too bad of a look. That's probably the best looking pose for it. Or you can have it to where you can configure the gun to where it has the other guns also attached onto it, and you can do that as well. Yeah, like I said before, the axe is basically not that great. I mean, I get what Hasbro's going for their gimmick, but I mean, it's so irritating. Just pick one weapon. Don't do both at the same time. Anyway, taking a look at Legacy Skids here, that head sculpt looks very nice. The panel on the back of his head is a little bit jarring to look at, but honestly, I'd rather have this as a compromise than anything else. But very nice looking face sculpt. Love the silver, love the blue. Very nice head. I love the chest here with the silver and the yellow headlights. I like the black bumper. Big Autobot logo, clean and nice right there, front and center. The wheels right here look very good as well. I also like the use of the ports and everything on the blue and black. He's got some red right there on the crotch. You got black, and then you got this silver on the thighs. Now I don't like that the thighs weren't fully painted or cast in a silver plastic. I would have much rather have had these legs. I feel like Hasbro really they're really half-baked with how they're blue and silver, and sometimes the angles look really weird. It kind of looks like a half-painted, like, painting or whatever, but it's not that big a deal. It's just a tiny little nitpick of mine. And then you got black, the red feet. He's got the nice stripes right there. And overall, very clean transformation. He's got the classic door wings right there. So anyway, going over the articulation on Skids, his head is on a ball joint. He can look up and down ever so slightly. It's mostly for swiveling left to right. Shoulders can rotate a full 360. Wings can flap forward and back. He has a shifting shoulder right there, and then he moves at the shoulder proper. Bicep swivel, 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrist swivel, waist swivel. Hips can move forward. They can move back. Thigh swivel, they can move out that far. 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and some nice ankle pivot. So very good articulation on Skids. For size comparisons, here is the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skids with the Earthrise Netflix version of Optimus Prime and the Siege Netflix version Sideswipe. And just so you can kind of get a sense of the scale here between the Optimus Prime and a standard Deluxe class. And here is Skids next to my last Transformers review, this Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Bumblebee Movie Brawn. So anyway, be sure to check out that review if you missed out on it. Anyway, that's it for the comparisons. Now let's get into Legacy Skids' simple and easy transformation. Skids in his vehicle mode, and if you want to know what the weapon storage is like, this just plugs into there very stupidly. Kind of looks like a big thruster, but this thing makes it look like it has a big mohawk. And then you can take these combined together or separate and just plug them into the side, I guess, and there you go. Stupid, I know. Just take these off. Anyway, looking at Skids' vehicle mode, I like the simplicity. It's a pretty simplistic vehicle mode, but there's an elegance to its simplicity. And I really do like the way how it came out. Got the big old windscreen right here. Got the Autobot logo, some of the details from the robot mode. Wheels are not painted, but they do a good job. You got the stripe coming right across the side. These like kind of smoky, semi-transparent plastic for the windows. I like how it's an even darker one for the sunroof right here. And overall, very nice looking vehicle mode. Very simple, very blocky, and I actually really like it. And very minimal kibble. The only thing noticeable is that head, and sadly you can't turn it around, or else his head will be poking out of the engine. So I also like, just for photo opportunities and just some display options, I like that you can have the doors open just to make it have that little bit of immersion right there. But obviously there is no interior whatsoever. So 0 out of 10. The figure broke my immersion. Immersion broken. That is basically it for the vehicle mode. It does roll really well. There's not really anything holding it back. Very nice stuff going on for the vehicle mode. There's not much to say about it, but because there's nothing to complain. And here is the Transformers Legacy Skids in his card mode compared next to the Optimus Prime and the Sideswipe. Again, just so you can kind of see the scale here. But overall, pretty nice looking scale, I would say. So not a bad comparison. And here is Skids compared next to the Bumblebee Movie Deluxe Class Brawn, my last review. So check that out if you missed out on it. And that is basically it for the comparisons. And yeah, that is basically it for my review on the Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Skids. He's a very simplistic figure with not much to really talk about, and which means he's a really good addition to the collection, because figures don't have to be these overly complicated things. It's a very simple figure with very little to talk about and very little to complain about. That's the main thing here, is that this figure is very simple to transform. He's very simple in his design, but that's just Skids. That's just the way he is. And I love the way how this figure really came out and is a great figure to start out with for Transformers Legacy. My only complaint is that Hasbro threw in that Energon X, and it kind of feels like it really just adds like no real play factor to the figure. It does look cool on some angles, but it feels like a bit of an afterthought. I wish that they maybe just dropped the Energon Axe, maybe added in that transparent blue into the gun instead, and maybe used the budget that went into the axe and maybe put that somewhere into the figure just to improve it that little bit more. Maybe painting more silver into the thighs or something like that. So anyway, that is basically it for my review on the figure. If I had to give this figure a rating, I give him a solid 9 out of 10. Now that I would have given this guy a 10 out of 10 because again, there's like nothing to complain about. But I do have those tiny little nitpicks, but just for me personally, 9 out of 10, would have given him the 10 out of 10. So for those people where that stuff doesn't bother you, get this guy for sure. Thank y'all for watching. This has been Briximus Prime. I thank y'all for clicking on this video. I know there's a lot of Transformers Legacy reviews kind of starting to pop up out there, and I'm glad that you watched this one. Thank you for watching. This has been Briximus Prime, and I'll catch you guys next time.